Hi, and thanks so much for joining me, and welcome back to another day of Vlogmas. Today we're talking about my top 5 Cle de Peau favorites of the year and my top 5 Victoria Beckham favorites of the year. Let's go ahead and get started because I already have several of these products on my face, but I can just refresh to show you. Of course, let's start with Victoria Beckham in Trench. This is an eyeshadow stick, but I use it for concealing under my eyes here. So let me just get a little mirror here. So I just go just like this underneath. I'm just adding a little bit more on just so you can see the difference, and it stays really nicely because concealer can move around in that area. I have diagonal lines over here, so anything that's shifting will end up in those lines, but this really sticks nicely to the skin and really stays in place and brightens that area. I have a little bit of redness there, so that's a really great solution for me. Then we'll go over to the Cle de Peau side. So Cle de Peau, this is a very obvious one. Their concealer, I have it in Honey. It's got SPF 27. It has a brightening component in there. I use it on my dark spots, although I did not use it here today, but I did use it over here. I always am adding it to the exterior corners of my eyes just to brighten that area because I have some darkness just because of the contours of my eye. So it really helps to create a more lifted look. Otherwise my eyes look a little bit droopy on the ends. And then it also helps clean up the exterior line here with makeup, so I don't have to be super careful about eyeshadow application. I can clean it up with this concealer right here. It is nice and opaque if you have hyperpigmentation. This is the best concealer I've used when I had very severe hyperpigmentation. It was pretty much the only thing that worked. Now I am able to use other concealers, but I still stand by this as one of the best concealers to cover up any kind of dark spots or anything like that, especially when there's texture in the front, which is what I have. We've got pores here. Then over here for Victoria Beckham, we've got the eyebrow pencils. So I've recently invested in the taupe as well. So I refreshed the dark brown, but the taupe is much lighter, but also is cool toned. So I was looking for something for right up here in the front. So let me just show you because I feel like I could have added a little bit more with that look earlier, but I'm just gonna add a little bit to the front so you can see how subtle this is, and it's actually leaves a little bit more room for error. Also, it's buildable. So I have here taupe in the front, and then I added dark brown in the middle, but I'm just showing you, like here, if I draw above, you can still see it. It's very visible on my skin, and it doesn't have the same intensity as dark brown, but if you have cool toned hair like I do, and you're looking to fill in especially the front part of the brows, it really does such a nice job without being severe, because that was what was probably is the biggest challenge when filling in brows right in the front, is that adding it too heavily can look like it's too much. It can have an impact on the perceived expression on the face. Like I can look angry if they're too dark. So I really love this taupe shade as well. So that's what I went in. I went in with both of these shades, taupe and dark brown. Really so easy going on, beautiful, very natural looking, and I have a clear brow gel too. So that's one of the reasons why I like these pencils, because they do lend a more natural look. I used to do my brows pretty heavy, but now it's a more natural look, which I'm preferring. Then over to the Cle de Peau side, I have here, their powder is beautiful. It's probably the most elegant powder I have. It's very finely milled, translucent. Let's just add a little bit here. It's really pretty on the skin. So it doesn't look like powder, but it just does the job of powder in a really elegant way. So just take down a little bit of that, but it never looks powdery. And this is the pressed powder. Yeah, smooths over the pores as well. I do like that Cle de Peau has refills, so you're not throwing away the case every time you need the new product inside, so I really love that. And then over here on the Victoria Beckham side, they also have great eyeshadow pencils. So we've got here the Eyewear in Caramel, and I've since picked up Shroom, which I have not tried on camera as of the filming of this. Hopefully we'll try it on at some point, but I'm just gonna add it on top of this. So this is, actually this is a couple of things, but this right here is a great one and done. It's by Chanel. This one is in Brun Talpa, but let's just go over that with this so you can see how that would look. So this is a bit bronzier. It's really pretty. And crayons are so easy. Like I just built dimensions so fast right there. And I can just put a little bit more pressure in the crease here and the exterior. And because it's got some shimmer to it, it really reflects the light so beautifully. Like the depth of that is so beautiful. So I think a cashmere sweater is a perfect pairing with something like this. So let's go ahead and even that out. But you can see how smoothly that glides on, even on top of other makeup. So if you want to just increase the drama for the evening, you can do this. Just add it really fast. I mean, we're in real time here, so you can see how quickly I'm adding that on. Really pretty. If we go under, let's go under just to see. I don't usually put shadow under, but we can do that. Let's do that today, just to change it up a little bit. But you can see how beautifully it reflects the light. And I had not really featured this that much this year. I don't know why, but I have so much product I'm trying out, but this is such a pretty one. I think you saw this more in vlogs than in anything else really, is this Victoria Beckham in caramel. And then we've got over here on the Chanel side, okay, we're gonna really glam here because I want to try these things on for you. Now, Cle de Peau does their powder products really exceptionally well. So I've got here, this is 102 Cherry Blossom, and we're gonna use this cooler tone because we're going to go in with something pretty, oh, the color is off here. We're going to go in with this because I'm going to add a lip that's going to be really stunning here, but it's a cooler tone. Sorry, my hair is doing something funny. But we're going to go in with this just to cool down the blush a little bit. I have some blush on already, but we're going to, I'm always looking for a brush here. We're going to add this on, and then we're going to add that lip. Cle de Peau powder products are so beautiful. They're so skin flattering. So this has a bit of a glow to it. Actually, this is like the precursor to my Valentino blush that I love so much. This has a very similar kind of glow to it, but it has more glow than, say, the Valentino 09 specifically. But I'm just going to add a little bit here. And not all of the Cle de Peau blushes, I would say, are created equally because this one has a very fine particles. In terms of the glow, it's very fine, but there are a couple blushes that I have that aren't as fine on the blush. So this one I can vouch for. The 102 is one that has that very, very fine glow to it. Really pretty. So like I said, Cle de Peau, very flattering, skin enhancing powder products. They do powder products exceptionally well. And then over here on the Victoria Beckham side, oh my gosh, this hair. Don't know what's happening. I need a trim to my bangs is what's happening here. Okay. Over here, we have the, and I don't feature this as much either, but it's very luxurious. It's the Victoria Beckham by Augustinus Bader in Golden. So the primer, it's just so smooth going on. Like I wish I had more opportunity to wear this because I just really like the way it feels. It's really smooth on the skin. And this golden color is pretty too. It's got a warmth to it. It's not like a cool color. And it's not yellow either per se, but it's just really skin flattering. So it's another thing that I wish I wore more this year. But that's why I am thinking that this might be helpful, this top five or top 7 in every brand, because there are certain things that won't even fit into the top 5 because I have so many beautiful products that I'm using. But I know some people, again, really love certain brands. Like some people really love Victoria Beckham, some people really love Cle de Peau, some people really love Chanel or Chantecaille or Dior. So if you are a fan of those, I hope this is kind of narrowing the field for you if you already know you love that brand. I have to say, Cle de Peau eyeshadows, stunning. I didn't put any on today, but I've had a couple of videos recently where I've worn Cle de Peau shadows, and every time I wear them, people ask what I am wearing. They reflect the light so beautifully, very sophisticated kind of glow, very elegant, very understated, but still there's something really interesting about it. The particles are very, very small. So I want to say though that number 01 has a little bit more detectable shimmer in it than say 03. It's got like a more purpley tone to it, very similar looking to Tissé Rivoli from far away, but up close it's got more refined glow to it. What I'm trying to say is that the eyeshadows are stunning, 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 stunning. I do want to try all of them. Got distracted by other shadows this year, but I really am continuing to be impressed. Actually, I discovered this not this year, but last year, because I remember wearing this to a YouTube event in October, and another person that I know, someone you know as well, was wearing a Cle de Peau shadow, and they are that different that they stand out as different than other eyeshadows, but not in a way that's obvious, but you just, you know when you know. what this shadow looks like. It's really pretty on. Going back to Victoria Beckham, their highlighter is probably the one that I've gone back to most this year because it's so natural looking. It's like a balm. It goes on like a balm. I can put it directly on there. And highlighters for me, if they are powder, they can bring about texture, even though I don't have that much texture. But this one doesn't do that at all. It just looks really healthy. It's got a healthy glow to it. It doesn't dry down per se though, so you're gonna have a little bit of moisture here, but if you have dry cheeks, this might be really nice. This highlighter though in Pearl is the one that I have because I know they came out with another one that had a little bit more color to it, but this is stunning, 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 really natural looking. Let's put it on the nose as well, just so you can see that because my nose is very, very tiny, the bridge of my nose. So we're gonna go down the middle just for a little glow. But yeah, I have to say though, Victoria Beckham has so many products that I use on a daily basis. I think more than I realize as well. So somehow Victoria Beckham has become part of my daily makeup routine. So in addition to Chanel Chantecaille, Victoria Beckham is definitely one of those brands where I use several of her products every single day. Now on to the last product from Cle de Peau. Still stunning. This is my favorite red lipstick. I haven't worn it for a while because I don't wear red that often, but if I do wear a red lip, it's going to be this. This is 103 Legend. I saw this on Gemma Chan years ago and it looked so beautiful on her. And there is something very special about this red shade because it makes the rest of the skin look really nice. It enhances the rest of the complexion. I'm not sure exactly what in there, something about the tone, but let me remove this. By the way, this is Cocoon in the Rouge Coco Baume by Chanel. 103 Legend. And if you're gonna wear red, like this is a stunning red. It's unlike any other red that I've tried, and I can't wear reds very easily, but this one is beautiful. Okay, let's take a little bit of a brush here. So I hope it translates onto the screen how much this enhances the complexion. It just makes everything look better. So that is why I love this red. I wish I could wear red more often, but it's a little bit too much for me. I would like actually to pair this with the Hermes highlighter. Where is it? Is this it? Oh, here it is. I would really love to pair it with this. So I would love to do this on the eye and this as a highlighter and then just this as a lip and then some mascara and some brows, and I think that would be stunning, stunning, stunning. This is the Holiday. Actually, I might have to do this. This is the Holiday Palette by Hermes. Ooh, this might be a really nice New Year's look. Let me know if you want to see that. But you can see how we quickly went from very minimal makeup to this very quickly. So let me know what you love from Victoria Beckham and Cle de Peau. I would love to know what are your picks. Interesting though, both of these lines don't have very many different products to choose from, so I'd love to know which ones your favorites are. But that is it for today's video, so please take care of each other, stay well if you enjoyed this video. If you learned something, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and I will see you next time.